All right, good morning, everybody. This is Aaron Swiggett with the National Weather Service in Raleigh, and I will be providing the routine weekly briefing for Central North Carolina, covering the period from Thursday, that is today, the 20th, through Wednesday, that is the 26th of October. Hard to believe we are now in the latter half of October. All right, I just wanted to start off today with the satellite imagery. As you can see, plenty of clear skies all across the Mid-Atlantic, especially down here in North Carolina. You do see some mid and high clouds kind of streaming in from the southwest over South Carolina and Georgia. Those will be inconsequential today, just some very high, thin cirrus kind of building overhead. As you can see kind of off the coast, where you have the abundance of cloud cover, that is the remnants of our cold front that passed through, I believe on Monday. Still hanging out there, but no consequence to us here. And then some higher clouds underneath the upper low over the Great Lakes, kind of streaming in some moisture up across there, but that should stay well to the north of us here in Central North Carolina. And as an interesting note, you can kind of see, let me see if I can pull up the highlighter here. You can even see, oh, it kind of stopped on me there, but if you look at this area here and right in here, you can see there was some fog that was kind of hanging out right over any lake regions earlier this morning, which was pretty neat. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so you can kind of see it there, kind of popping in and dissipating right after sunrise. All right, I want to start off with the current drought monitor, fresh, hot off the presses early this morning. And as you can see, we have introduced, or they have introduced, the D0 on the southern Piedmont and the southern coastal plain. So for majority of, I think even last week, as you can see there on the table, this is a new introduction. So 100% last week didn't have any drought conditions. We've been pretty dry. Hurricane Ian, they brought all that rainfall to Central North Carolina and cleared out any drought conditions. But for the most part, the areas that are highlighted there in the D0 have been fairly dry, receiving below their normal values consistently from past 30 days, past 80 days, 90 days. So we're starting to see those conditions kind of creeping in there. And as I'll talk about later, rainfall may be scarce to come by within the next week or so. And a perfect segue for the upcoming weather pattern there. So as you can see today, we will be mostly dominated by high pressure today and Saturday. As you can see, those blue H's kind of popping up over Virginia, North Carolina, and the main high pressure up over the Northeast, providing some nice clear conditions, maybe some thin high clouds like I discussed earlier, kind of over the area, but that's really it through the early part of the week. However, if I can bring your attention to Sunday, a little coastal low off the coast of North Carolina and South Carolina there. That's going to kind of build and ride up the East Coast on Sunday and bring a chance for some light rain, mainly to locations north and east of Raleigh. This is a fairly small scale feature, and there's a lot of uncertainty with how far east or west it will be placed and how far any precipitation will be pushed westward inland. So there's a little bit of uncertainty there, but overall expecting very light accumulations, if any, within our area. And then also, if you take a peek over into the central plains, see if I can find my cursor here, there's a pretty strong low pressure system that's going to be developing over the central plains and east of the Rockies on Sunday as well. A lot of uncertainty with this system and where it goes, how strong and how quickly, but current forecast has it racing off to the north and east, as you can see here in middle of late week, kind of up here, well up into Canada. But as that kind of races off to the north and east, this cold front here may be draped towards the middle Atlantic by middle of next week. Again, a lot of uncertainty on timing, but for the most part, not expecting too much in the way of much rainfall or anything like that with this, but we will see as details become more clear and the forecast becomes more consistent. And then for the most part, temperatures very cold. The past couple of days, early in the morning, a nice little taste of maybe early December across the area in central North Carolina. But those temperatures will be slowly moderating to above normal by Monday or even Tuesday, maybe even well above normal, 5 to 10 degrees above normal by the middle of next week ahead of that cold front. And here's a look at the accumulated precipitation, basically the rainfall forecast for each day. As you can see, today and Friday, not a whole lot of anything. A little bit popping up in the east there on Saturday, but I think that's more Saturday night into early Sunday. As you can see, that's also on the Sunday graphic there. So that's kind of what we're thinking, Saturday night, maybe into early Sunday, maybe some light accumulations, less than 1/10 of an inch across those areas, and then clearing out. Monday, also dry as well as that coastal low kind of pulls off to the north over the northeast US. And with that, little bit of rainfall. Obviously, we're not expecting any flash flooding with any of this, so no flash flooding is expected with any of these little systems, as well as no severe. Pretty quiet across the area, maybe some thunderstorm risk along the coast there, maybe a little bit closer to the low as it pulls up to the north, but over in central North Carolina, not expecting in the way of anything here. And what's going on in the tropics? A whole lot of nothing, but that's a good thing. So National Hurricane Center is not tracking anything of concern over the next 5 days. And the 8 to 14 day outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, you can see how there central North Carolina is highlighted very slightly in the 33% of above normal temperatures and above normal precipitation. Now those values are maybe a little misleading because the other categories of below normal or neutral chances are also similarly close to that 33%. So not a whole lot of uncertainty one way or another, given that uncertainty that I expressed in the beyond Sunday timeframe for the forecast. But for your awareness, the normal maximum temperature around Raleigh, North Carolina is around 68 degrees, and the normal minimum temperature is around 45. And that's all I have for you guys. So a little brief overview. High pressure dominates through Saturday. A little weak coastal low may bring some precipitation chances to the north and east of Raleigh on Sunday, maybe Saturday night into early Sunday. And then a stronger low pressure system develops over the central US, maybe sweeping a cold front down towards the mid-Atlantic by the middle of next week. Still a lot of uncertainty with that. And moderating temperatures, as you can see down at the bottom, slowly rising up to maybe even 73 on Monday. And that will do it for today's briefing. Thank you so much.